If you're gonna build a skyscraper, then just as high as you wanna build this thing up above the earth, you gotta recognize that you gotta go just as far into the earth. Because in order for you to support what you're gonna put above the earth, this monument, this monumental building, then you have to recognize that the ground has to be able to hold this building. You gotta be able to take this thing down to bedrock so that you can support what you're gonna build on it. It has to be anchored. You gotta be anchored to the earth. You can't build a building of this magnitude and have it be able to withstand hurricane force winds or tornadoes or whatever nature may throw at it to blow this building over if you don't anchor it to something solid. And that's the thing about success. And that's the thing about building our dreams is when we come up with these big dreams, when we come up with these grand plans of building these empires, we got to recognize that just the level that we want to build at, it has to be anchored. It has to be anchored to something solid. If you're going to build this monumental building, or if you're going to build this monumental business, you're going to build these relationships or build this organization, it has to be anchored on something that is going to support it, so that when life and nature hits it, that it's able to withstand the blows of life and withstand the blows of nature that inevitably come. There are going to be storms, so you anticipate and you build for the storms that's going to come at some point in the future. As man has learned this, man has went through times where he started out building huts, and he started out building teepees. He started out building these structures that when a strong wind came along, the wind took the structures down. And then he learned over time, he started saying, you know what, I gotta be wise. And I gotta figure in my game plan that storms are gonna come. And I gotta account for the storms that's gonna come by building in such a way that when storms come, the structures that I'm building can withstand the storms. Your plan that you're coming up with has to have contingencies. Your dreams, your desires, the things that you wanna make happen. You gotta throw in there or imagine scenarios of storms. You gotta imagine what happens when things don't work out perfectly. Sometimes we come up with these ideas where everything has to be perfect for the idea to work. And the idea never works because you never consider what would happen when things don't go exactly according to plan, or when time does not work out according to your time. Sometimes nature, or a lot of times nature, is on its own time. And when nature goes to provide for you, it's on nature's time, you know? You don't know when you go to plant this watermelon seed, or to plant this apple seed, or plant this corn, when exactly is it going to produce the harvest. You know it's coming, and you can depend on it when you plant it in season, but you don't know exactly when it's coming. Sometimes it comes early, sometimes it comes when it's supposed to, sometimes it comes a little later. So you got to consider and plan and strategize for if it comes early, or when it's supposed to, or when it comes later, so that no matter when it comes, it's always on time, because you plan for it to be on time.